Hi folks, I've just done the one just now about don't settle for anyone less than the perfect one for you. Yeah. Well, no, talking about the journey that you're going to go on the journey with. Yeah. Well, the reason is, well, for example, I mentioned a few times Stuart, that I used to go for walks and talks with him. Each walk and talk was like a journey. But so many of those journeys were contentious. Yeah. Ended up in arguments because he would, well, I suppose I would as well, but he would often say things where he was contradicting himself, where he'd do a long sort of thing, and I'm like, come on, just get to the point. What are you trying to say? Yeah. Can I have a wife who's going to be like that? No. That would be bloody annoying. And as I say, that's like, just picking someone for the sake of being with someone. I'm likely to pick someone who's going to be like that, and that's going to be miserable. It's going to be annoying, it's going to be miserable, it's going to be irritating if I'm going on a journey with that person. And, that most of the conversations are like that. It's like, I don't want to talk to that person. Got to the point with Stuart, I didn't want to talk to him anymore. When conversations are like that all the time, no. Got to the point where I was talking to him, we went for a walk somewhere, and I just said to him, have you ever admitted you're wrong? Have you ever been able to admit you're wrong? And from that point, he didn't want to talk to me anymore. Because I challenged him on something that, clearly he didn't want to be challenged on. Because if the answer had been yes, he's admitted he's wrong, he would have been able to say, yes, of course I am. That wouldn't have been a problem. The reason why he got so offended that he didn't want to really meet with me again or talk to me again is because of the fact that I'm, hit a nerve. I don't need to have a full-time journey partner, which would be a wife. I don't need to have that person to be the same as that. That won't work. That's why Genesis talks about that they be as one. I said years ago, that my understanding of wife would be that she'd be strong in the areas that I'm weak, and I'll be strong in the areas that she's weak. But I'm back there at that point of understanding. But because if that's the case, if she's strong in the areas that I'm weak, and I'm strong in the areas that she's weak, it means that in the relationship there are no weaknesses. None. That as one unit, there are no weaknesses in that one unit. There are no areas where that could crack. Because if I'm not offering strength in that area, she is. And if she's not offering strength in a certain area, I am. And that's the way it should be. Now, as I say, exactly how that's supposed to look, I don't know, because I don't know necessarily what my weaknesses are, and it won't be a case of looking for someone who's strong in the areas that you're weak, because you won't necessarily know your weaknesses, and you won't necessarily know their strengths. But as you journey, you'll know the reason why that person is the person that you're with. You'll start to see that, hold it, okay. Father, you are very clever. You give me someone who, when I'm not capable, she is. And when she's not capable, I am. That's what I've said before, it needs to also be a case where if someone's having a go at me, or if someone's saying stuff about me, I don't need to defend myself because I need to hold her back because she wants to tear the throat out of that person. And when it's the other way around, she doesn't need to defend herself because she has to hold me back because I want to tear the throat out of the person who's attacking her. That means that neither of us ever take offence. to something that's been said about us. About anything that's said about me, I will never take offence to it, because I'm more about stopping her from tearing that person to pieces. So I'm speaking God to her, and not just speaking God, but also laughing. Yeah. And she'd be doing the same. Calm down, you muppet. Yeah, you need that. That sort of thing is really important. So having someone who won't go, it's not about them not going into bat for you. You need someone who's going to go to war for you if you don't stop them. But you stop them because you don't want them to do that. But by them doing that, it means that you're not trying to fight your own battles. It means that you're not ever getting offended by what someone does. So all these things are very important when talking about the person you're supposed to be with, because it's about helping that person to be the best version of them that they can be. And them doing the same for you. It's about at the end of your journey, you will be absolute and total best friends. You will know each other so incredibly well. And you, as I say, you will just be best friends. You will just be, yeah. But as I say, there needs to be, personality-wise, her personality needs to fit with mine. Yeah. My love of music needs to be similar to her. She needs to have a similar love of music. So, because we can enjoy that together, therefore, can't we? If she's someone who really can't be bothered with that, then that ain't going to work, is it? That's going to be a problem. You see too many people who are doing that, who have their own interests and do their own things, and it's like, you're not as one. The point of it is that if I'm with the person that God designed for me, and I'm designed for her, there's no way, shape or form we can ever spend too much time together. There is no way, shape or form that is within the realm of possibility. We could never spend too much time together. So the need for independent interests, no. No. If you don't share interests, then you're probably not supposed to be together. Oh, I mean, people can say, oh, but we can coexist without that. Coexisting is not what it's supposed to be about. So there are people who are deluded, thinking that they're actually in a good marriage when they're not. And eventually that marriage is going to explode, but okay, that's up to them. Yeah, it really is up to them. As I said in the last one, it's about understanding that, if you do things according to the world, you're letting the devil in. When you let the devil in, there's a very good chance that you won't be as one in all things. The woman wants to keep her original surname because she's a powerful woman. She doesn't have to take her husband's surname. Well, sweetheart, you don't have to get married, do you, really? That's the reality. You don't have to get married, really. But if you do things according to God, then you become as one. You can't have two separate surnames if you are as one. If you're not as one, then your marriage is in trouble. Not according to the world, but according to God, it is. Because you are not as one. Which means there are openings for the devil to come in and destroy your marriage. You've left the openings. So yeah, it really matters who that person is then, doesn't it, really? In so many ways, and it really matters to do things according to his will and according to his ways. Yeah. So this is just a continuation of the last one, really. And yeah, there's nothing really more to say, but yeah. Yeah. Let's say, if you're going to be as one, then you need for there to be no weaknesses. So that's why it has to be God choosing the person that you're going to be with. God moulding that person to be who they're going to be. Yeah, my dogs are gone. I don't think they're coming back now. But I believe there's a reason for that. I believe it's part of God's plan. Why? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Is that about, continuing to mould me into who I need to be for her? Maybe. And if that's the case, then I just have to say, okay. But it matters because, put it this way, I wouldn't be walking the rest of my life with those dogs because, unfortunately speaking, they don't live that long. They don't, and we can't communicate. We can't walk and talk. There's a lot of things that me and, say, Molly Carney, we couldn't be as one in because we're not the same species. But I do ask God to bless all those doggies in their new homes. But that's about the best I can do for them right now. I can't do any more for them apart from say, okay, let's go forwards and go forwards in whatever that is, whatever that's supposed to be. Time will tell, won't it? Yeah. So there you go. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Have a wonderful week. Be a blessing, etc., etc. And be blessed. Speak to you soon. Enjoy. Bye-bye.